In a world of red beanies, jaguar sharks, and unpaid interns,
there's one loyal crewmate just trying to win Steve Zissou's affection. Willem Dafoe's Klaus.
I'm Juan.
I'm Owen.
And this is Below the Spotlight. Today, we board the Belafonte and set sail straight into Wes Anderson's waters, where everything is beautifully symmetrical. And
Willem Dafoe plays an emotional German with a knife collection and major middle child energy.
He's weird, he's wonderful, somehow kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, this is Dafoe's softest role. No vampires, no bullets, just pure awkward devotion.
Grab your flippers and your emotional baggage.
It's time to dive deep
below the spotlight. Welcome everybody to Below the Spotlight. We are your lovely hosts, and today our movie, I hope you guys watched it, is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Boy, what a movie. That was a pretty crazy one.
Yeah. We took a turn in our podcast episodes, definitely.
Yep. And just to give you guys a couple of facts, so this one is fast forward, released in 2009. Our last movie, I think, was released in
2000.
2000?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a 10-year jump. Our beloved director, Wes Anderson. Who doesn't like a Wes Anderson film, man?
So cozy. The
budget for this movie was $50 million. Unfortunately, the box office did not break even. It got $34 million back after it's released. Here are our co-stars. So we have Bill Murray, amazing actor, as Steve Zissou. We have Owen Wilson as Ned Plimpton, Angelica Houston as Eleanor Zissou. We have Kate Blanchett as Jane Winslet Richardson, and Jeff Goldblum as Alistair Hennessy.
Very nice. I was pleasantly surprised by Jeff Goldblum. I didn't expect him. But just to kind of give a short summary of the plot, there's this renowned ocean explorer named Steve Zissou, played by Bill Murray. And he's like in the twilight of his career, very old, aging. He premiered a documentary showing his longtime friend and like pretty much oceanography partner, Esteban. He was killed by a mysterious jaguar shark, is what Steve called it. And he vows to hunt down and kill it. So he assembles a crew, most of which are members of Team Zissou. So these are people that have been with him for a long time. Notable crewmates include the loyal Klaus, which is Willem Dafoe. And then Steve's long-lost son, Ned, kind of pops in the picture, played by Owen Wilson. And then the reporter, trying to fluff up his name, I guess, is Jane Winslet Richardson, played by Kate Blanchett. And you see throughout the movie that Team Zissou kind of proves to be very eccentric and a little bit incompetent, I would say. So kind of going off of that, like, I think the main guy we're talking about is Willem Dafoe. So what are your initial thoughts on Willem Dafoe in this role?
It was very theatrical. I did see that when doing some of the interview searching, getting some notes for this, he did classify this very theatrical. And I'm not sure if this is just kind of like Wes Anderson's way of to choreography. I don't know what the word is. Choreograph, yeah. Is this his style of choreograph? I think it fits well for Willem. So although it wasn't too action-packed, but you can clearly see that he's a very energetic man.
He is.
I felt this character.
Yeah, he was like a little awkward.
Yeah.
He's like completely devoted to Steve Zissou, his boss. He's like ride or die. Like that's his like father figure in a way.
Yeah. After I knew that after the main character Steve Zissou, after he lost his partner Esteban, I felt that Willem Dafoe's character was happy to be like next in line as like second in command type shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I felt very sad, and it was a little bit goofy at that part of me. What about you, bro? What was your like initial thought when you first saw Dafoe?
It was very goofy. It is very goofy. Like we took a turn. We were on 2 war movies.
Yeah.
Then we're on Shadow of the Vampire, which is a very like gothic, dark movie. Even though he's a little silly in that, here he's just like completely silly.
Right.
He's goofy.
which is, I think it's kind of cool. I think I might be jumping the gun here, but like how we mentioned, this is sort of like almost a 10-year gap compared to his last movie that we saw. So you can clearly see his skill set here, which is pretty amazing, that he can pretty much adapt to anything.
Yeah, his range going from the early movies we did in the podcast to now, it's great to see. And you don't see it too often, or we haven't seen it too often at this point, like in 2009. We haven't seen too many like silly Willem Dafoe movies.
I did have a question here for you, Owen.
Mm-hmm.
So as we had mentioned before, Steve Zissou, the main character, his partner was, unfortunately killed by this mysterious animal. And pretty much Steve sets his plans to get vengeance to this freaking animal. So I wanted to ask you, like, would you devote time, effort, and money to go seek revenge on an animal that probably doesn't even have like...
It didn't even think about it.
It didn't even think about it. It was just reacting on instinct.
Yeah.
Would you go do all of this to seek revenge on your very closest partner?
That's crazy. Like a shark?
Any animal, dude. It can be a cub. It can be like a puma. Would
If
you go
it was-
seek it and kill?
It depends on the animal, I'd say. Like if it was like a little, like a little puma, maybe. The shark? No way. I'm not about to go swim and chase down that shark. You're long gone. Little puma, maybe. Like dogs or coyotes, maybe.
Even though the animal is just reacting based off instinct, you'd still seek revenge for this?
Oh, that's the thing though. Is like,
you don't know what the animal was feeling. They
Yeah.
just felt threatened, I guess.
but that's also like kind of like how you cope, I guess, in a way, is like seeking that revenge. So I don't know. I would say yes.
Yes.
Depending on the animal.
Okay.
Not a shark.
Not a shark.
No. How about you? Would you, if I was tragically killed?
Oh no! Oh, if it was anything ocean, I'm siding with you. Anything ocean related, I'm not dipping my toes in there. You'll just be remembered by me. I'll make sure that you have a nice memorial, and I'll give a strong eulogy to everybody.
So just to continue the summary, so the crew embarks on their voyage. They face numerous absurd and just perilous situations. So they ran into pirates, Filipino pirates. There was financial woes, romantic entanglements. Steve, just his ego is just shattering. Like every second of every day is just getting worse and worse. Tensions are rising between Steve and Ned, and also Steve and his wife Eleanor. And then the presence of the jaguar shark kind of takes a backseat a little bit amongst all of this.
Right.
But in the end, the film kind of starts to wrap up. Ned, his son, actually dies in a helicopter incident. And
oh
then,
my god.
Yeah, if you remember that. That was pretty like random. It just happened out of nowhere.
Essentially, the movie, you're just floating. It's like floating. You're getting hit with different things. You got the pirates. You get the sun, and then out of nowhere,
he just dies.
He just freaking dies, and you saw him alive like a second ago after the plane crash.
So after all that, they went through a lot.
I was taken aback by that last part.
Yeah.
I felt the emotion there. I was like, fuck.
He just died like meaningless. It felt like, yeah. That was pretty sad. So the whole crew is kind of like recovering from that, and then they find the jaguar shark. Like they see it on the sonar. So they get in the submarine, all like 20 of them, in this little tiny submarine. They go dive deep into the ocean, and they see it. The jaguar shark just shimmering, shining in the ocean.
I thought that was fake. I didn't think it was a jaguar shark until I saw the spots. I was like, there's no way that it has jaguar spots on this damn fish.
Yeah, and then it ended up being like a bedazzled like shark just glowing in the dark ocean.
Oh man.
And they never actually he didn't kill it. I think he felt like kind of like
I think he felt acceptance.
Yeah.
I think throughout this whole movie he was going through the stages of grief in some odd way. And I feel towards the end, once he saw the shark, how beautiful it was and how relaxed it was in the natural environment, I think he was just remembering his friend Esteban. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna leave the fish. I'm doing my duties as a historian, oceanographer,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very beautiful. That kind of hit me
That was good.
in the chest there.
It's a little, like a little moral,
Did you have any feelings towards the shark?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't on board with the whole revenge thing with the jaguar shark in the first place, so it was kind of nice when you left it alone. It made the deaths, I guess, feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
In a way, so that was nice. So on like a non-Willem Dafoe related kind of tangent here, Steve Zissou struggles with aging and relevance. Juan just turned 30.
Fuck.
Any similarities there? Any feelings?
Dude, when I saw this in our notes, I started laughing. No. At first I did because I was projecting myself in the future and I would think, man, I'm nearing that age of old. I'm no longer young. But I think now that I'm actually 30 years old, believe it or not, I may look young, but I'm actually 30. Just turned 30 a few days ago. I feel more wisdom in an odd way. Okay. But no, I do not feel any struggles of aging and relevance. I think I'm okay.
This is why we do a podcast, so you still feel relevant.
How about you, man? Do you feel any sense now that you're nearing that age?
I still feel like I'm like 21.
In the head, it does feel like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a child. So this kind of brings me, we'll kind of move along here towards some Willem Dafoe scenes, specific scenes.
Yes.
So some of the first scenes we saw was him on the beach filming, where there's a bunch of bioluminescent creatures on the beach that kind of washed up.
Klaus, why aren't you rolling?
Could I have a word with you, please?
Why aren't you getting this? That was a goddamn tearjerker. Why did you cut it, man?
Because the sound is going to be shit. He doesn't even know how to hold a boom.
So Willem Dafoe is a camera person filming. Steve Zissou is talking about them, and then his son Ned kind of like is there in the picture, and they kind of like clash a little bit. So Willem Dafoe kind of shows he's a little jealous of this this son that appears out of nowhere, and he's like, he doesn't even know how to hold a boom. Like the way he said that was so cool. But like he's been so like that's his father figure. Like who's this kid coming in? What do you think about that?
I thought it was funny. Again, very goofy performance, but it's so good. I felt where he was coming from because as soon as Esteban died, I knew, Willem Dafoe's character wants to be the next in line in some way. So he was basically number 3 the whole round. But then once Ned comes in, he kind of like takes that number 2 spot. And clearly you can tell that Willem Dafoe wanted to be that number 2. So I thought it was kind of funny that he was just berating him like, he's a pilot. He doesn't know how to use film equipment. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then they have a little confrontation like on a bridge or something. He's like, you really think you're a Zissou? It's the Steve Zissou show, not the Ned show. And then he like slaps him.
You think he actually slapped him?
Yeah, not like he actually slapped him, but like he slapped him.
Oh man, can I counter with that one? The other slap scene.
Yeah.
That one caught me off guard. I started laughing, and it looks like he caught Willem Dafoe off guard a little bit too.
Yeah, when Ned the son, when they're on the boat during the voyage, he just walks up to him and just he's like, I got your back.
Yeah, and this next scene, this one was my favorite. I don't know why. Some of the crewmates might feel a little bit discouraged having Steve as like the captain and stuff. Yeah. So even including in this misunderstanding, Willem Dafoe still supported him during like the mutiny. I thought that was very sweet.
If you're not against me, don't cross this line. If yes, do. I love you all. Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
I don't understand. Why?
What do you mean? Wait a second. What are we doing?
Yeah, that was a little cute scene where, just to explain for the audience, Steve Zissou, the captain, he's like talking to the whole crew. He's like, hey, like, if you guys want to quit, or he worded it weird, but he's like, if you don't not want to quit or something like that, like cross this line. And then Klaus like walks past this line. He's like, you have my full support, Steve. And he's like, no, like you crossed the line. That means you want to quit. And he's like, oh, I misunderstood. Like, just do it again. So that's one of the scenes where it kind of felt like, what, did Wes Anderson really write that? But I did see some notes where like he loved Willem Dafoe's performance so much, or just his acting ability, that he actually wrote more scenes and more lines for Willem Dafoe just because he was so good of a performer. Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah, and I guess along with this, just to kind of piggyback off of you here, Owen, there was an article, a comment that Willem Dafoe gave on Klaus's inner life. Clearly a loyal engineer harboring jealousy and pretension. Notes that this character pretends to be capable, yet he doesn't have a clue, which resonates with many of us, according to the article. This actually kind of made me think back. Kind of makes me think about my employment. Like, I don't know.
You just pretend like you know what to do.
I pretend I know what to do.
I guess that's happening.
You know, and I pretend to be capable, which is, you know, which makes sense that it resonates with all of us. I feel I think that's fair.
That's very fair. I think that's true. I think I do that as well. I guess that is like a major part of like Team Zissou as a whole. Like they're all kind of incompetent.
Right.
I think that someone said like, oh, like he used to be a bus driver.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he was a bus driver.
Yeah. So it's like he just picked up this ragtag team of like nobodies like to go on these ocean adventures, and they don't even know what to do.
And then what's the deal with? There was another scene in here that we did not include, but where he brings his nephew.
Oh yeah, in the beginning of the movie, there's a premiere for the documentary, and he brought like, was it his nephew or like his
some
son
family
or something?
member?
Yeah, and he brought it up to Steve Zissou, the captain. He's like, oh yeah, this is blah blah blah.
He's just like,
you know,
here.
like hand him off to him. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
I wonder what the significance was of the seahorse.
Yeah, because I guess like he didn't really accept that child right in the beginning, and then once he went through everything he went through, then he kind of like picked up the child, put him on his shoulders, like he kind of like was more accepting of the child.
Interesting that you say that, because I think towards the end there's a mention where Willem Dafoe's character Klaus says, "Oh, you and what was his name? Esteban. You and Esteban were like fathers to me." So was that the motive there? Like,
yeah, I guess
here,
so. Like,
father him.
Yeah, like take care of this in a way. And I guess one of the last scenes, not last scenes, but like one of the last major moments during the voyage is when they're on the Ping Island resort. So they're trying to find out, why were they there? They're trying to find.
They were trying to save the. They were trying to save the.
Oh yes,
the
that's
dude.
right. They're trying to save the other captain.
Not the other captain, but more like the.
Oh, the investor guy.
The investor guy.
Yeah, there's an investor that was on their boat that got taken by the pirates.
Yeah, and then they happened to find.
Yeah, so they went to Ping Island, the resort, and then that whole scene was hilarious to me. Like the whole sequence.
We're okay too. Klaus, bring the dynamite.
The red beanie, dude. He was the only
Yeah, there's
one.
like the whole Team Zissou is in like blue, like short shorts, blue jacket, red beanie.
It was like a spacesuit, bro.
The fire Adidas. They're running around with guns and like being like SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
And then I was just dying every time I saw Klaus on the screen because he's like running so awkwardly. He's like being so serious, but like he doesn't know what he's doing. So he's like kind of looking around like, oh, I'll go over there.
Yeah, and that's one of the key moments where Willem Dafoe improvised, you know, how Wes set up the choreography. So clearly this is like his specialty. He had the liberty to be as flexible, and Wes Anderson was just like, fucking dude, go ahead, do your thing, dude. He was the only one with shorts, by the way. What the heck was that?
That was a fit.
And his little slipper shoes, I guess. It was just like a whole bathing suit.
So kind of like in that same vein of like Team Zissou, one of the questions I want to bring up is like they have a dysfunctional yet loving found family. Obviously they're not blood related, but that's kind of like a big thing in most people's lives where they kind of find friends and, you know, other people that they consider their second family.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Like, do you have a found family like that? Like, how do you feel about them? Are they, is it the same thing? Are we dysfunctional? And
I don't think we're dysfunctional, but I do think that there are kind of crazy moments in our friend group. And I think that's kind of like one of the best ones because, you know, everybody comes, there's nobody one-upping each other in some way, you know? Although Steve is shown as kind of like the ringleader here, clearly everybody was devoted to him. Just Klaus was a little bit more extra devoted, saw him as a father figure. And I don't know how you feel with our group, but I think it's a loving found family with some little craziness in the middle of it. Not too crazy, but it's a little sprinkle, you know?
Yeah.
Just to keep it a little bit more interesting. How about you? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. It's hard to find good people. So you just gotta, this is your family that you found. And just another question going back to the fit. How much does the outfit and the accent contribute to the role? So this is kind of going back to Shadow of the Vampire where he had the prosthetics and everything, and that's kind of how it helped him like become the vampire. Here, like, does the outfit, the accent, all that stuff contribute to being Klaus?
Accent for sure. I really love the German accent. It was very funny because it reminded me of the Three Little Pigs from Shrek.
Yeah.
Beanie, 100% all the way. I think that was like the star. Second would be the shoes. And then, like the whole like tracksuit, I think.
Yeah, tracksuit with the short
Thing.
shorts.
Yeah. You?
No, yeah, I agree, 100%. I think, like I said in the last podcast, like I think the costume and everything does help a lot. I feel like if you put me in blue windbreaker and short shorts, just that alone, I feel like I would be acting like some type of way, you know. But you got the whole 9 yards. You got the red beanie, you got the shoes.
Yeah.
And don't even. I don't think I can do a German accent, but if I had one, I'd be such a character.
I couldn't find anything on his practice for the accent. So I'm very curious if he has usually some actors have a line that they say to kind of get them into that flow.
Oh, yeah. So you never revealed that, huh?
Yeah, no, I didn't really see anything about that, but...
Yeah, but you know what? He kind of plays with accents a lot in various movies too.
Because how accurate is that accent to German? Did you believe he was German? Like,
I kind of believed it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I think part of the fun of the Wes Anderson vibe too is like it can be completely fake accent. Or like you can tell it's like fake. But it still like works with the movie too, so I think that kind of helps.
Yeah,
it's like that kind of directorial vibe.
Can we talk about the shooting, dude?
That was kind of like, well, that's the thing. Wes Anderson films is they have like these shootouts. Like there's a billion people shooting each other, but no one actually gets hit. Dude, it's like so silly.
Yeah, man. There's a scene in the movie in the island as well where Steve finds. They find the other Jeff Goldblum character.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of Filipino pirates there, all guns, and he's in the doorway. They're all shooting at him, but nobody hits him.
Yeah.
And
he's just standing there too. He's like,
yeah,
and no one hits him.
Very funny, very comical.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable film. So a couple of behind the scenes for you guys, which is pretty fun. According to Criterion articles, Wes Anderson, Dafoe, and Murray share that filming in the ocean. They actually filmed in the ocean.
That's crazy.
Presented tremendous challenges. And the one things that they clearly remember was just the freezing cold waters. But of course, they cherished the experience. Another cool fact is that Willem Dafoe has, a personal turning point. The film led to him meeting his wife, I believe.
Yeah.
And another fun fact is the shoes. The Zissou shoes are available to purchase about $300 from what I'm seeing from StockX.
Dang.
But I couldn't find if it was the legit shoe.
Oh, like someone just remade it.
So there was an Adidas brand one, did not have Zissou.
Oh.
But then there was one from the UK, which was about 600 pounds. I'm not sure what the conversion is for United States, but that one, the UK version, did have Zissou, but it did say it was hand painted, so I'm not sure how legit those are. But
Yeah,
that's a cool fun fact. Would you buy those shoes?
I would buy those shoes. Those are pretty.
Those are fire, dude.
I would complete the fit. I'd be walking around with blue everything and a red cap.
Owen, serious question.
Hit me with it.
What do you rate this movie out of 10 spotlights?
Out of 10 spotlights, I would give this movie a 8 out of 10 spotlights.
8 out of 10 spotlights,
Yeah,
really?
it felt a little, all over the place, which, is a Wes Anderson type of thing to do. I think this early film, and I don't know if it's early in his career, but like it doesn't have as much of a Wes Anderson vibe too, which I don't mind. Like it's fine, but also, he has better movies for sure, Wes Anderson, and also Willem Dafoe. Even though he did great, he did amazing. I would say like he has some better roles out there. But we can get more into Willem Dafoe's performance when we rate it. But what do you think? What do you think of this movie?
Oh man, I'm actually gonna rate it lower because the thing that got to me that was a little bit over the edge to me was the acting. It was just not as expressive with Steve's character. I felt Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later, but as far as for the whole movie, it was just very bland towards the beginning.
That is true. It's very flat, yeah.
Yeah, very flat. And of course, I don't know if this was the actual intention of Wes Anderson for the direction of this movie, but it felt very bland towards the beginning. It didn't feel long. It didn't feel long to me. But it did pick up speed, and I was more interested towards the end, when after the invasion of the trying to find the Bond guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rate it a 7.5.
Okay, that's fair.
Out of 10 spotlights for this movie.
So
What does
online IMDb says 7.2 out of 10.
Damn.
Which is lower than both of ours, really.
Yeah.
And then Rotten Tomatoes, the critics, the tomato meter is 57%.
Jesus.
Which is quite low.
That's pretty much a fail.
Yeah, it's a fail.
Oh man.
I mean, I guess it wasn't well received in the box office. That's
right.
Fair. The users, or the popcorn meter, give it an 82% though, so quite higher.
Yeah, I feel like we stand here because it's visually satisfying. The acting is okay. Some characters, of course, more than others. It was goofy. So the 82% makes sense to me for the general public, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Kind of all over the place, but roughly that 7 to 8 range,
Yeah.
I'd say. I don't know, the critics are wrong. I feel like the critics are wrong.
We have to see what they did. Do they have any comments? We can probably.
They must.
They must? Okay.
Next time we'll bring up comments.
Well,
too.
next time we'll bring up like a comment or two, see what we, if we agree or not.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Willem Dafoe's performance, man?
So Willem Dafoe, out of 10 spotlights, I'd give him a 9. I'd give him a 9 for his performance.
Yeah.
There's definitely more nuance than previous characters that we've reviewed on this podcast. He plays the goofy role perfectly. Physical comedy, like the delivery is great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, again, he's not the star of the show, so he's very limited in his screen time. Although he did get quite a bit of lines and whatnot, not to the degree that I would want him to have.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I actually give him 8.5 out of 10 spotlights. Same reason as you gave. I like his improvising skills throughout the movie. Clearly, this showed that he had a lot of fun filming the movie and this character as well. A lot of funny scenes, but yeah, 8.5 for me.
That's fair. So a pretty strong Willem Dafoe performance yet again. Pretty solid movie. And that kind of, I feel like that wraps up. Do you have any final words, final thoughts about this movie?
No, yeah. Would you recommend this to a friend?
You know what? I feel like I'd recommend this movie.
Yeah? I feel like I would too, just because it's
pretty unique. It's like
unique.
It's got a vibe to it. You know, Wes Anderson. People love Wes Anderson, so I think it's pretty well received. I feel like.
Definitely, yeah. I would definitely recommend this. So, for the viewers at home, go ahead and it's on Hulu. Not a sponsor. but go ahead and check it out on Hulu and experience Life Aquatic with Steve, as we did as well.
Mm-hmm.
Owen, what do we have next week?
So next week we've got Antichrist.
Owen, what do we got next week?
So next week, join us in discussing the 2009 drama horror Antichrist. With
Yo,
Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg. I guess there might be... Is there an NSFW warning on this? I haven't seen the movie, but I would say watch with caution because it's a controversial, sexual, provocative drama.
so we're gonna have quite a discussion next week. So if you guys want to be part of the discussion, take a look at this film again. Viewer discretion advised. Please be aware that it might be a little crazy, but it should be a fun one.
Yes, a lot of things to discuss about this rated R film.
So again, everybody, we're on YouTube and Spotify. If you want to go ahead and give us a subscribe, a follow, a rating, comment, please let us know your suggestions or feelings towards the podcast. We're having absolutely fun with it, expanding our movie library, but appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.